Hey guys, greetings and happy Easter. It's the Home Loans with Hart team, and this is our market update. It's been a wild ride this year. Yes, we did take a break, but we're back at it and ready to share with you some of the crazier stories that we've seen on the mortgage news. So let's dive in and take it away. Okay. All right. We always try to kick it off with those mortgage rates and then break down some of the crazier news. Rates are actually stuck in the mid sixes right now. Kind of the upper sixes, but we thought earlier this year we would see lower sixes, but then the T word happened, and yep, that's right. New tariffs came to town and shut down our hopes for lower rates. So the 30-year fixed came in at an average 7-day outlook overall of 6.88, while the 30-year fixed FHA and VA are hanging out around 6.38 and 6.37. Now, again, these are 7-day averages from over 200 lenders across the United States, as reported by Mortgage Nuggets. And this is the chart I wanted to share with you. It's actually sort of like the mortgage loan officer stock market. It's the mortgage-backed securities chart. As you can see, thank you so much, Barry Habib, for providing this on MBS Highway. It's kind of been a wild ride. Green is good, red is bad, and it's been a mixed bag, y'all. Okay, yesterday Powell spoke up, and he basically said, I don't think so. So tough economic challenges ahead. Here's basically the rub of what he's saying. Okay, markets are behaving as they should. If you mess with them, the markets mess with you. Here's the thing. The Fed is not bowing to Trump's wishes and hopes for lower interest rates. If Trump wants tariffs, that's a trade war, but that will bring some challenges with the stock market. Now Trump wants to dump Powell. So, okay, we're all caught up. Cool. Okay. Now, rates are not the only worry for the average home buyer and realtor. We also worry about rising insurance costs, and it's been reported that nearly half of homeowners worry either about rising taxes and insurance, which threaten their affordability. Now, many current homeowners continue musings of selling their existing homes in the next 5 years due to higher insurance and tax costs. Now, as high as 43% are saying that, but what's weird is 43% are also saying that they're going to stay put no matter what. So pretty much half and half, mixed bag. So many potential home buyers are still drawing the line in the sand, hoping the Fed or Jamie Dimon or maybe or maybe Trump will listen. How low do they want rates? Well, pretty much they all want rates at 5.5%. Now, here's the thing. We don't have that. We don't see that coming. We're not predicting those kind of rates anytime soon. And furthermore, when we did have those rates, pretty much if we did have them, it'd start a stampede towards home ownership again. And if we all recall what happened in 2020, there were a bunch of bidding wars, listed over offers, and made a challenging market. So I don't think that's going to happen. Now, let's dive into some other areas that are impacting housing. HUD offices are being closed, impacting about 34 states. Other cuts include the disaster recovery offices of HUD, which help with weather-related disaster strikes. Now, there's also many concerns regarding the HUD cuts that they will threaten fair housing enforcement, and personally, I actually agree. Now, the mortgage industry is pretty shaken up by all the mass layoffs and the changes in policy and regulation. We honestly don't know how long or permanent those reg-free zones will last. So it is kind of a struggle for sure. Okay, now VA is also canceling 585 contracts that boost vet care. Builder confidence is dropping amid cost of economic concerns and the T word, the tariffs, additional worries in cost of goods. Now, the last estimate I saw, tariffs added an average of $9,200 per new home constructed. All right. Now, 4 out of 5 homeowners will struggle with homeowner cost or express that they are. Now, these people should probably call me and my team. We can help with the buyer's choice programs, the home funded choice, Shinoa, TSHAC, USDA. We have dozens of products and programs that can help alleviate the big upfront cost of home ownership. So now it's usually not free money. It's just usually easy money. So this will help won't help eliminate all costs, but it will help alleviate some of the bigger costs. Now, and Zillow has also recently lowered their overall 2025 home price forecast, but it's not all bad. It's actually kind of a mixed bag as well. Some of the strongest areas are still expected to grow in appreciation in excess of 5% or more. Now, what I also found was interesting, they listed some of the weaker markets, many of them in Louisiana and Texas. but they kind of carried this weird thing. They were all areas pretty much and very deeply tied to oil and the oil industry. So something to think about. The oil industry was downgraded recently, anticipating some challenging markets ahead. And guess what? Their housing is usually tied to the oil market. So, and if you thought it was time to refi, well, like Lucy and Charlie Brown football situation, rates continue to throw the average loan officer into condemption fits as rates dip down and then shoot right back up before we can even dial the phone number. So that's fun. Okay. Now, with all this news, the market continues to shift in the favor of buyers gaining leverage over home sellers. Now, I've seen this with my own files where buyers are asking sellers to come up with some more cash for closing and help them with the considerable closing costs. And sellers are becoming more and more generous with their seller concessions and easing of closing timelines. In some areas of the country, like Florida, there are full-on buyers markets ready to be had in some very key metro areas. So even with steep discounts in some cases. So for those listing agents, ask me about our home funded program. We can help buyers with lower below market rates if the sellers and CMG team up together. So that's our home funded program. Now, other situations that we do worry about, credit card debt continues to rise. Consumers show resilience, but they're showing the resilience by running their credit card. It's gotten a little bit too easy. Check it out. Between 2020 and 2024, it's gotten up to over $1.2 trillion in credit card debt. Okay, now that's just for the United States, by the way. Additionally, consumer sentiment plummets amid tariff and inflation concerns. This is a very wide concern. That's why when you go to, I don't know, what is it, Costco and Sam's, people are buying 5 packages of toilet paper because they had that fun experience during COVID. So that's the only thing that we can see as far as buyer market and consumer sentiment is rising. It's not. They're just buying toilet paper, I guess. Anyway, home ownership gap widens between Black millennials and they continue to struggle with homes. Now, this is a personal, huge concern. If you take a look, it is wider than it's been in generations. And so that is a concern, obviously, with the dissipation and elimination of many of HUD departments. It is a major concern for loan officers and potential home buyers. So if you need some help with that, let me know. Now, this is kind of cool. Texas outbuilds California, for the first time by 300%. Now, this is crazy. It's first time in 25 years I've seen this. Okay, that's right. Texas had top 3 metro areas built 300% more homes than California did in 2024. Why? Well, Texas pretty much boasts of fewer regulations, cheaper land, and high population growth since COVID. So, all right, let's get into the more fun stuff. So this is actually super cool. I've done some highlights on this before. Icon, it is a home builder that does 3D printed homes. They are gorgeous homes. They are concrete walls. It's a computer that cuts it and spins it and makes it happen for, it takes about 7 to 10 days to build the structure of the overall home. And then they have to go back in and do their infrastructure. If you have questions on it, homes are starting at about $400,000. They feature solar energy, power and higher energy efficient, durability, and 3D printing cuts both the cost of labor as well as the timeline. So check it out, but they are completely sold out on it. So they're expanding the Georgetown footprint. So, all right. Now, okay, signs you need to get away, even if it's clothing optional. That's right. There's a cruise for anyone and everyone. Yeah, seriously. Now, apparently, this new cruise line is clothing optional, and they go to Curacao, Aruba, Jamaica. I hope they put the clothes on before they go into port. But anyway, fares start at about $2,000 per person, including meals, juice, tea, and oh, by the way, watch where your coffee is, y'all. You don't have no clothes on. All right. Hart's meme of the week. The moment New Hello realizes, nope, it's not quick and easy money. And it is absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I told my spouse this week, I thought Tuesday should be Thursday. It was such a tough week. And I thought I should deserve a 3-day long weekend. I'm not getting either. All right. Now, at the end of every video, we do try to address when is the best time to buy. Best time to buy depends on you. So do you have savings? Can you pay your bills? How's your credit? Do you already have steady income, like a steady job? These are the important factors that we look at. If you answered yes to all these things, why not look at housing? Because the interest rate on rent is 100%. That's right, y'all. And if you like this video, please share it with others. Watch it on social media. We are on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and the artist formerly known as Twitter. Thanks for watching and hanging out all the way to the end. I'm Robin Hart of the Home Loans with Hart team, where we are here to help you build wealth through the financing of real estate. We'll catch up with you again soon. Bye.